Here we go again, y'all. Hey, we are here, and we are almost said we are queer. Pause. Whoa, no, we ain't that. My fault, y'all. No. But we are here, and we about to get ready to get smacked down. You talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Them Dudes Random as Hell. This is episode 181. And without further ado, we are going to get the show on the road. Jesse, how are you this evening, my brother?
Oh man, Friday night. Uh, what did I do on this particular day? I had to go wash something in my car. The little mats in my car. I had to go wash because my mom spilled some Rockstar on them, so I had to get those clean. What else I did today? I did a gaming video today earlier on yours truly StreamYard. Um, I talked to my mom before this about our Christmas plans. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good this Friday evening right now. How about yourself, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm no complaints on my end, man. Truly blessed. Everything is good, man. Everything's in God's hands, man. All glory to Him. And it's funny because taking it back to the very, very beginning of the show, when you actually mentioned queer, what's funny is what's trending right now in the sports world
Oh yeah,
is actually
yeah.
that word itself, queer, because of Bijan Robinson's. Dude, it was such an innocent thing that he said, and people are losing their damn mind. Like, this is why the the LGBTQ plus community is getting the backlash it's receiving, because you can't say any, and it's sad because some gay people are like okay with this. They were, I can guarantee you, some were laughing about this, but it's the alphabet mafia, the ones that literally you can't say anything without receiving backlash. Like Bijan Robinson said, smear the queer. This is a game that we all played when we were kids. It's like, come on, man. Art, damn it. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, society's got to lighten up, man. Our lives on Earth are so limited. We stress ourselves so much over worrying about this person is homophobic, he's transphobic, this and that, yada yada. You got to start worrying about the reality of things, and just letting yourself go and enjoy yourself. Don't. Yeah.
Don't enjoy yourself too much.
Don't stress out, man. Just eat some almonds, man. They're good for you.
Hadouken! And that too.
You feel me? To the mafia, man. To the
You
LGBTQ
know,
plus mafia.
yeah. 'Cause I forgot about that game, Smear the Queer. Yeah, I've heard that like when I was a kid, football
I
game.
personally played that game.
I think I played it too, to be honest with you. Yeah, I played that game.
I
Wait,
got tackled a few times.
describe the game because I kind of forgot how I went. I haven't
Okay,
played.
so the rules of the game, trust me. When I was a little kid, I'd play this game often with my cousins, and also in elementary school. But what vividly, I remember playing it mostly with my cousins. And the objective of the game is you have the ball in your possession, right? When you have the ball in your possession, you are the queer. And so everybody is going after you. They have to tackle you to get the ball. And when you're tackled to the ground, the ball is basically given to another person, and they pick it up and they run away with it and see how long they can keep the ball without getting tackled down to the ground. So everybody would. That's the objective. There was literally no, like, the game could last as long as it could. There was really no objective of it. It wasn't based on points, or it was just like man, how long can this guy have it for? That was pretty much it. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to hold on to that ball a while, and now because here's it, bro. This is how you know how innocent we were. Like I didn't know what the hell that meant. Like when I was a little kid, like queer, I thought it was like, oh, I'm like the winner. You know, I'm holding on to that ball. But damn, man, I'm like thinking to myself, like, shit, I should, man. And now I'm like thinking to myself, like, fast forward as adults, I'm like, wow.
So, and knowing that they know that this word or that game has been around for ages. I'm not sure when it started, but people in our age group was playing that when we was young, so it was around, and yet these people in these, I'm just gonna call them LGBT. Sorry, I'm gonna call them the alphabet community. They know that has been around since, well, forever.
The 90s.
The 90s, and yet they still want to proclaim that, oh, is referencing towards their community.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why they're at where they're at right now. That's why no one is sponsoring them. That's why no one's paying them no attention. And that's why we're at. That's all I have to say is you guys just miss yourself.
Here's the thing. I might regret this comment in the future if we're ever super famous. But here's the thing. If anything, I'll double down in the future. It might be me saying, hey, I said what I said. I'm not going to apologize because it's all fun and games. But
I mean, I go like before you say that, you're most likely going to get clipped like how Charlie Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Kirk has been in clip for the videos he be saying, you know, but about the black, he questions the black woman being a pilot. We all know the explanation on that, but go ahead.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing. With regards to the smear of the queer, it's a game, folks. And here's the thing. Anybody in the LGBTQ plus community that is genuinely offended by a game and by the name of the game, and if you guys are even trying to rebrand the damn game, that's taking it too far. I would say, for crying out loud, some of you guys take it up the ass and are worried about a name of a game. Come on, it ain't that painful. If you're getting something stuck up there, drilled up there, and you can handle that, you can handle the name of a stupid game. It's a game, man. Come on.
Hadouken!
That's how you should take it.
It's crazy, man. See, hey, there's a story for everything. We literally started off tonight with that story on what Bijan Robinson said because of what you initially said in the very beginning, Jesse, which was unintentionally said. And then look at that. This was I guess you could say this was how you break through the matrix or the fourth wall.
You know, it's crazy. I was watching. Well, I didn't get to watch the Thursday Night Football last night, but I saw that interview. Well, I didn't hear Bijan Robinson say it. I only just watched just a little bit of that interview with them. I woke up this morning, did my usual look at my emails. Just woke up, bro. Like literally, I'm half asleep, y'all. I look at my emails like I usually do. All three of them, just to make sure, you know, if Spotify is gonna offer us a deal. We'll talk later. And then I go on to X because that's like my news base.
Right.
And here I go. I see people got offended by him saying smear the queer, and I'm like, nigga, I'm half asleep. I'm like, you know what, bro? I just kept scrolling. I just kept scrolling, bro. I just kept scrolling because I'm not gonna put my energy to this because like I'm not gonna. I don't want like. There's so much basic answers, so many basic questions that we could just answer in a basic way of telling it. A lot of people are answering basic questions to these idiots, and they're not reciprocating it, and yet they claim themselves to be educated.
Yeah, they don't understand the context of what was being said. Like, someone who never played the game obviously doesn't understand what the hell is being referenced.
And yet, me and you, our asses was in special ed. They pretty much said that. Well, I don't want to say that us being in special education was a way of saying that the school's way of saying to us that we're not educated, but pretty much we was in special ed, and we shouldn't be as smart as these stupid ass people, and yet we prove each and every day that we're just as smart as them. Actually, we have a higher. Actually, to be honest with you, I never told y'all this. Never told y'all this, but I did an IQ test a while ago. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even sure if it's a real IQ test, but when I did it, it was an ad that was sponsoring from TikTok, so it could be like type of a brain rot, type of IQ test. It never said brain rot. It just said it was just an IQ test, and my score was 121. And yet, my ass is in special ed, and these motherfuckers still don't understand society. They still don't understand basic words, terminologies, phrases that's being said. They declare it to be what's the words? Misogynist, transphobe, homophobe, and what else? Oh, fascism.
Yeah. Racism. You got all the isms. You got all the isms.
Okay, I have a question. I know I could look this up. What is the real definition of a fascist? Because every time these journalists ask them what is define fascism, they never have an answer. Well, I don't know if they do, or they just because a lot of times when you ask them a question like that, they just walk away and but you already know Julio will come out with the best definition. I can't really say it like in terminology. What's the real definition of fascist, by wording or whatever, but I know you can explain it more clearly to others. So Julio, help out to all these loonies. What is the definition of fascism?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the definition, I don't even know the definition. I've never actually read the definition of fascist or fascism, but from my understanding, what I know of it to be is basically fascism was basically a form of it was a political ideology of governorship, and it was popularized very heavily by Benito Mussolini, who was a leader in Italy during the Second World War. So the thing is, fascism basically has to do with the state, and particularly a government which is in charge. The power is concentrated with them, and so basically they take over all facets of everyday life. So everything goes through them. There's not really any exception towards that. So then the fascists would be then the individuals that would be collaborating or would be cooperating with the government that is in power.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I just pulled it up right here off of what's it called, Merriam and Webster. Pretty much the dictionary.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Can I enlarge this bitch real quick? Hold on. Enlarge it. Hey. There we go. Ooh, God, that's perfect actually. All right, so fascism. All right, you might have to help me out, Julio, because there's some words in here that I probably won't say it right. So
that's a populist political philosophy. Yep.
So fascism, populist political philosophy, movement, or regime such as that of a fasty. Is that how you say it? Fasty?
It would be, yeah, the fasty, yeah.
Fasty that exalts nations and often race above the individual, that is associated with a centralized auto, autocratic, right?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, and
Hmm.
and that is characterized by severe economic and social regimification. Is that how you say it?
Regimentation.
How you say it?
Regimentation.
Regimification, and by forcibly suppression of opposition.
Yep. So it's like their way or the highway. They have full control. And this is the thing that I didn't know. So I didn't know the part where it says that often that exalts nation and often race. So it's which is interesting because with when they claim that Donald Trump is a fascist, I've never seen him like exalt the white race, like say, oh, you know, the which is not bad if someone does so. Like if someone exalts their own race, that's not bad at all. But
I,
he's stood up for Americans, like Americans. You know, he's
mhm.
put America first. Like that's his belief and his philosophy. And what's so bad about putting your nation first? I mean, if anything, that's actually like
Right, right.
there's not there's no such thing as it being dictatorial because we're a democratic republic, so we have elections, and in a fascist country, elections wouldn't even be a thing.
You know, to you and to everybody who sees, hold on, I'm trying to highlight this because this is very peculiar right here. What it's saying right here, and that is, and that is characterized by a severe economic and social, damn, regimification, right?
Regimentation, yeah,
Regimification, and by forcible suppression of opposition. So hold on, actually, so right here is where so forcible suppression of opposition.
yeah. You know what that means? That basically means like taking away power by force of the group that is against you. So, for instance, in this case, in America, presently it would be the Democrats. The Democrats are the opposition. So, the Donald Trump has never visibly forced the suppression of the Democrats. Like the Democrats still have a voice in America. It's just
So,
nobody gives a damn about them anymore because a lot of the Democrats presently are like batshit crazy, and no one pays them any attention because they don't have anything um, that is really appealing to the people, except if you are to talk about the stuff where they mention about healthcare and stuff, free healthcare, and when they make mention of housing and whatnot. But if anything, they're terrible with that because they would much rather put other people first instead of Americans or even U.S. residents for that matter.
right.
So I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's just
Democrats are
so
really, yeah,
forcible suppression of opposition. So that's what they claim. That's what Republicans slash MAGA are doing to the Democrats, liberals.
right.
So didn't a conservative activist just got sniped by a liberal by liberal propaganda, indoctrinated, and yet Charlie Kirk was the one who was forcibly suppressing the left, and not just Charlie Kirk, but a lot of them. If you seen the conservative journalists when they do their job, and yet these liberals when they do their events, they purposely block the cameras. They interfere with the cameras. They be blocking it with their signs, or they'll like be in the way. And yet, like the conservatives are the ones who are forcibly suppressing the Democrats, and yet the Democrats are the ones who are doing this. By definition, this is exactly what they're doing to the conservatives and to ICE and to now to the National Guards.
Well, I mean, if anything, the left is literally has embodied fascism because it's their way or the highway, and if they had the power to, they would for sure suppress the opposition's voice and any thought that they and again, this is not to get confused with liberals, because again, mind you, there's a clear distinction with leftists and liberals. Liberals are what like Joe Rogan is seen as. Joe Rogan is like a liberal supports freedom of speech. A liberal also supports the Second Amendment. They may have different thoughts on certain certain topics, or they'll maybe have a debatable point on certain issues, but they will stand for America's principles. But a leftist, on the other hand, will be more in the line of fascism. But here's the thing, ironically, they'll be with what it is with fascism, definitionally speaking, on the element of power and wanting to suppress the opposition. But they do not have national pride. If anything, they hate America. So
I mean, and look at this other term right here. At the core of fascism, is loyalty to tribe, ethnic identity, and religion, tradition, or in a word, nation.
Okay, so here's the thing. The only thing that the left would have out of here
I'd say ethnic identity.
No, not even that.
Wait. What do you mean, like half?
Because the one that they would connect with would be tribe.
Loyalty to the tribe. Yeah,
it's tribalism, because ethnic identity. If you think about it, leftists, they hate their own race. Like if they're white, they hate other white people.
I don't know why. I was concluding ethnic identity with like with regards to like black people, and well, I guess you could say transgenderism and LGBTQ and all that bullshit. That's what I was aligning with.
So ethnic identity, because ethnic has to do with
was race.
Your
Okay.
If you're Mexican, if you're Guatemalan, if you're or
okay.
American, that's what ethnic identity would deal with. But in this case, the only one that would make sense with the leftists, you could even throw in religion. Like here's the thing, you wouldn't even tradition. The leftists they destroyed traditional values, so that wouldn't be a thing. It would be religion, because the leftists have their own dogma. They have their own beliefs.
Yeah, they do.
Things that are like abhorring. It's like sickening, some of the things that they do.
You know what they be saying to conservatives? They be like, "You should love thy neighbor." They always be saying that, like when they have when the conservatives
biblical teachings. So
I guess when a conservative is talking about like transgenderism and stuff like that, and when a conservative is talking about that, they be like, "Have you ever heard of loving thy neighbor? It's all about love."
But you know what? To be fair, though, there is truth to that in the sense of but the problem is they're manipulating it.
Yeah, they are heavily.
Because here's the thing, one should have one should have respect, at least a decent amount of respect for someone that maybe looks different, is different from them, as long as they're not doing anything to like. The most important thing is as long as they're not harming children or others,
Yeah, yeah.
then whatever it is that they're thinking is as weird as it may be, like that's if it's within their own selves that thinking and it's a private matter, they nobody should be arresting someone just for thoughts, like
Well,
the thought police.
I will say on the children part, I guess
Yeah,
that's what they think, that the conservatives are hurting children because conservatives like me and you, we disagree on that children should be getting, those changes. What do you call them fucking hormones
yeah,
and,
you're
and,
referring
and trans-
referring to the hormonal
yeah,
therapy,
yeah,
right?
hormone. So I guess what on that other side, they're saying that we're hurting them because if they've been getting them for a while, and when we tell and when we when we protest, or like not really protest, but we say that it's wrong to do that. I guess in a sense it's hurting that children if they've been getting that for a while, because if they're not getting it for a while, I guess they start to have symptoms. But I mean, you already know the answer to that. That that should have never happened. Like the kids should never
From the
have
beginning.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should have never happened. Like a kid does not have consent, and these leftists, they think that children have consent over their parents, and no, the parents have consent over their children at a certain age. Like
Yep.
once they turn 18 and over, they can do whatever they want. But if they're not 18 or over, they're still a minor. They don't have consent. They don't.
Yeah, no, they're doing puberty blockers.
Yeah,
They
puberty.
do that. And you
Yeah.
don't want to hear something crazy. There was a guy. I always botch his last name because I've never heard his name said, but I've read his name. There's a guy. It was like a few centuries back. His name was Mal gosh Malthus, or it's yeah it he was this guy basically believed in depopulation. So basically, I think his name was Malthus or
Like
something.
like not creating more like human, or not pro, or what they call it, not procreating, or yeah, is that how
Yes,
you
yes,
say it?
yes. He was against population, the increasing, because what he believed in was that there are not enough resources on the earth to provide for all the people that inhabit it. But this guy was an elitist. So basically, Malthus, or I'm botching his last name, but I've read about this guy. This guy is absolutely sadistic, and his idea was that um, again, since that the only the elites, the ones above, should be dictating things, and so many people like Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, other people ended up basing their philosophy off of the teachings that Malthus basically promoted. And this guy again was a believer in the depopulation, so there like not be more humans on the earth. And it's crazy because again with Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates, especially Klaus Schwab, you have the thinking and the ideas of us human beings stopping the consumption of meat, and instead of eating meat, eating insects and bugs.
Oh yeah, I remember you was talking about that.
Yeah.
With that, depopulation. Well, listen, I don't agree with it. And when he talked about like there's not enough resources in a country, maybe somewhere like in a third world country, or a country that doesn't have the best financial state. But I'm sorry I have to say this. I think America has it when it comes to populating. I'm sorry. I think we have enough resources. I mean, everybody getting SNAP. Everybody, everybody,
Right.
Everybody named Mama is getting all those benefits. We have all those benefits for the kids. I mean, that's why they created them, is for the kids, right? It wouldn't be for the adult, right? I think in order to have those benefits, I think you have to have children. I mean, I think you would, you know, way more than I do of those in that era, but I'm pretty sure.
You could actually apply for SNAP benefits depending on where you are at with regards to the socioeconomic status. So if you're under the poverty line, then you could definitely be you could definitely fit the category of being a recipient of those benefits. But the thing is, if you have children and you are poor, then I mean, with more due to like the individual getting it, like they're more like the availability of it is just that much more.
Yeah, true. Which is crazy that me and you, we have a job per se, and yet we paying for motherfuckers out here just to sit on their ass all day. Think about that. Our taxes going to those people. And guess what? They don't give a shit about us if we live or die, if we pay our bills on time, and if we're healthy or not. As long as they get our tax dollars, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Bet. Yep. So there you have it. I remember on the last podcast we was talking about that we was going to talk about our next runner-ups for governor in California. Me and Julio are very excited for it. I know I am very excited for it. We got two competitors. Well, we have other competitors in there. We do have some Democrats, but to be honest, yeah, they're cooked. Say goodbye to them. They're not getting it. What's his name? Eric Swell? Is that his name? Is that how you say his last name?
Eric Swalwell.
He already got exposed by a black woman who was a lesbian. He already got exposed. You saw that clip of that one black girl who she got viral off of because she was in a gym and there was a man went into a girl's bathroom and a woman was pretty much like exposing like, no, you're a man. Have you seen that clip? And then
I haven't.
So this so a while ago, I think it was like last month, I believe. It was a black girl. I forget her name. I know she's on X and stuff like that. She's a lesbian. Believe it or not, y'all. So I guess she was in a gym. She was in a woman's bathroom doing whatever. That I guess a man was either in there or as she was walking out, he was going into the woman's bathroom. And she was pretty much like, hey, nah, you're a man. Like, you can't do that. And then she ended up getting kicked out of that gym because she was, I guess you could say, well, in the gym perspective, she was being unsensitive. I guess that's how you call it. But so now
being insensitive to the guy.
Allegedly. So I mean, we already know what that means. So ever since then, she's been like a little activist, like speaking out for women. I guess you could say pretty much doing what what's that girl name? Riley Gaines. She's pretty much she's pretty much like a Riley Gaines, I guess you could say. So she I guess there was I believe she's from California. I'm not sure what part of California she's from, but she's from California. And then I guess there was like a little event with the runner-up for governor, Eric Swalwell.
Right.
That's how you say his name.
The current candidate, right?
I'm gonna botch his name, so I apologize.
Yeah, Eric Swalwell.
Yeah. So there was like a little event, and I guess people were there asking him questions what he would do and stuff like that for California. And that girl was there too. That woman was there, and she was just like, she asked him a question. Is that so? Transgenders think in California that they could go in a woman's bathroom and stuff, and California has allowed it. how are you going to change that? Like, like she was asking him the tough questions.
Yeah.
And you already know how Democrats are. They fake a facade. He talked like he was like he talks like a Gavin Newsom. Like like he sounds like a smooth talker. Maybe not a smooth talker, but like I guess
like
he's saying all the right.
Politician, right?
Yeah. Typical typical politician. He says that no man, that no woman. I think he just says no woman would be harassed. Then she caught him, and she was like, men. So pretty much, the whole story is that he never really like admit that these transgenders are their actual biological gender. Like for the like transgender men or women, whatever. I don't even know how it goes, but she was trying to get him to like realize, like, are you going to admit that these transgenders that they're not a woman, they're a man, and that they're not a man, they are actual woman. And he was pretty much like, you know how it is. He was just like, he was avoiding the question, and pretty much would still stick to like no woman will be harassed, or I guess he's still talking about the men who are trying to be women. I guess he's saying he's going to protect them too. In a way, he didn't really say that, but he never like admit that they're that they're men. So he already got exposed. I probably actually hold on. Let me see. I got y'all right here. Let me see. Let me see. It probably gonna take me a while to find this, but let me see. Let me see if I can find it on my Twitter page. Let's see. I hope I ain't gonna lie to you, it's crazy. I be having videos for y'all on X, and it's crazy that I be trying to get it for y'all, and I can't fucking find them. Cause sometimes I will see that video and I think it's on X, but it was really on TikTok. I be getting confused, bro. That's happened to me before, bro. And I'll be like, oh, God, boy, I'm selling, boy. Let's see here. Hold on.
Well, yeah, no. As you're looking for that video, I mean, Eric Swalwell had so much controversy in the past. I mean, he's already been. He was accused of sleeping with the Chinese Communist Party spy, and so he was part of a honeypot scheme. So, I mean, this guy. And he's from the Bay Area too, by the way. He represents the district. I forget which number it is, but he represents here over here in the Bay Area. So he's he's not it for sure.
Oh yeah, nah,
oh damn! Good. So this is a video. Oh snap!
All right. So I'm not sure how loud it is. The audio may be a little botched for you guys, but there is some subtitles here, and what was missed, if you guys didn't hear it, I'm pretty sure Julio will pretty much like will explain it to you guys, after the video, after we're done playing the video. So here we go.
So I've been harassed, verbally and assaulted multiple times by men in the Golden Women, the Women's Locker Room, the Golden Women. I even lost my membership at
Yeah, most likely we just got to read because I can't hear what they're saying.
Caption, right.
Just read the subtitles.
Yeah, the subtitles.
Given what's happening on the ground in California, will you now acknowledge that it is in fact a duty? And if it let the governor, what would you do to protect women in California from men, including being convicted of violence against women who self-identify as female straights under the current law?
I was a prosecutor. That don't mean nothing. I look how she looking at bruh. She know. She know, but she want to give him a shot to speak his speak.
Oh,
harassed
wow.
in any locker room. No woman should be harassed in a locker room. That's a crime. That's a crime. Yeah. I don't want men harassing you in women's locker room. That should not happen. I will also say, yeah.
And the black woman, she's a lesbian, so
Yeah.
yeah. All
And
right,
this
so
and this and this rally took or this meeting took place in here in California.
uh, yeah, I'm not sure where, but yeah,
Oh yeah, I know Gunther.
yeah. Let me see.
Damn, dude. It's that's freaking crazy, man.
So from what you understand, for what you could like gather from that video, because I know it was kind of hard to hear the audio,
Yeah.
because I guess her on her end, because I could understand him, but I guess for her mic was a little bit loud, or maybe she was loud,
Right.
so it was a little bit hard to understand. But from when you gather up in that video, what's what can you translate to the people listening on
Well,
what was said?
well, I mean, if anything, that video right there, it just showed how uh, people are like fed up and frustrated because a lot of people. Here's the thing: when it comes to like the LGBTQ plus community, right? If you think about it, it could just be zeroed in on two groups in that alphabet: lesbians and gays. The other stuff is just all fantasy. And when it comes to like the transgenderism thing, like I'm not here to hurt or harm anyone, and like I don't believe in like hurting or harming anyone. Like if you're an adult and you believe in whatever it is that you believe in, you have every right to believe in that, even if I vehemently disagree with your stance or your position in things. But the thing is, in this case, this woman being a lesbian, she herself has, she's fed up with this. She's absolutely done with how the views on certain individuals are changing, and it's being changed dramatically in a way where women aren't being protected. So by the women not being protected here in this case, it's literally it's fractured. It's fractured everything in so many ways. So again, I would say that Eric Swalwell gave a politician's definition of, or not a definition. He basically gave a response to what was being said in this case with this woman's concern and how she was harassed. This was he didn't direct things at all. This was just all these things that were being said was said indirectly. So that's it's just like if he were honest and upfront, he could have been like, yeah, there's an issue here, and we have to segregate the restrooms and making sure that the women's restroom is meant for women, exclusively biological women, and the men's restroom is meant for men. And then if they have another restroom, goes the gender neutral restrooms or whatever, then that could be for them. But they should not be entering in the space where it doesn't belong to them.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you said, yeah, pretty much like you said, and he, like you said, like rather him to admit that there's a problem and we should fix it, he does what every other Democrat does. He dodged a question just like Kamala Harris. That's just, come on, man. I've been doing a little digging on both of the stronger candidates right now, Steve Hilton and Chad Bianco. Steve Hilton, it's crazy. I have never heard of him before, up until like a recent article that I saw of him, of saying that he was leading in the polls, right, y'all? One thing that kind of grabbed my attention, because I didn't know nothing of Steve Hilton, y'all. I knew nothing of him, so you know what I do? I use Grunk. Hey, shout out to Grunk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, there is other AI as deep research platforms. There's Perplexity. There's I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. If I botched that, I apologize. There's Google Gemini. There's ChatGPT. So use those for, like, when it comes to research. I'm telling you, boy, it's way better than Google, y'all. It's way better than CNN, than all these news outlets, bro. They spread propaganda. They spread lies when it comes to politics. Local, okay, they might be, when it goes to like local crime or, okay, yeah. But I tend to lean more on Gronk. I don't think I've ever used Chat GPT for research. I don't know if it's good or not. I'll try it out. But yeah, so I looked them up. One thing that kind of just outstood me by Steve Hilton is that he was British. So he's British American. He immigrated from here. He's a legal citizen. Thank you for doing it the right way, Hilton. Easy, simple. Why is it so hard to get citizenship? All this yap. Come on, man. He got citizenship. How come nobody else can't get citizenship? Jesus, they make the situation harder than it already is, my nigga. Come on, man. But anyways, I looked up on Hilton, on his background. I actually got it right here for y'all.
Oh, Steve Hilton.
Yeah. As you mentioned the last podcast, Steve Hilton is a British American political commentator, strategist, and media personality, best known for his role as a senior advisor to former UK Prime Minister David Cameron, and as the host of Fox News, the show The Next Revelation. Right. It talks about his early life, blah blah blah. Political career. Hilton began in the Conservative Party central office, working on campaigns, advertising with firms like, how you say that name? Saatchi? Saatchi and Saatchi.
Yeah.
I never heard of those before.
Yeah. Never heard of that either.
He rose to prominence as director of strategy for David Cameron from 2010 to 2012. Okay, yada yada yada.
Oh, that was during Obama's presidency, where over there in the UK. His second term.
Let's see. So, influencing policies on moderation and social issues. Frustrated with party dynamics, he left UK politics in 2012. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Julio, you would say that was a good move. Well, would you say that's a good move? Because I know with UK it's a little shaky over there.
Leaving the UK, to be honest, couldn't have been a better move, especially presently, because right now the UK is in complete
dog shit.
Keir Starmer in power. This guy is diabolical. He's arresting people over memes.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember you. Yeah. So, all right. As of October 2025, Hilton is leading Republican candidate in the 2026 race for California governor, challenging term limited incompetent Gavin Newsom. His campaign slogan: "Make California golden again." I like that.
Right.
Ooh, how you say that word? Is emphasize.
Oh,
ending-
emphasize it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My pronunciation, y'all, is botched, so I apologize.
Don't worry.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm
we're a team.
saying? Type shit. Emphasizes ending one party Democrat rule.
Right.
Hmm.
Basically,
So-
that means how the state has been controlled, like by just the Democrats, like
Yes.
the whole apparatus, like everything is almost all left leaning. Doesn't necessarily give representation to conservatives, and there being a lot of conservatives, believe it or not. In the
And that's
state.
what Hilton. He's against that. He wants to destroy that belief.
Yeah,
that,
the one party rule. Yeah, like just the Democrats holding down the entire state of California,
Right,
and
right.
realizing and understanding that California is a very diverse, it has a very diverse political, ideological frame. It's not just Democrats or liberals. It's conservatives, libertarians.
Yeah.
It's different elements of the political ideologies in the
Whew,
state.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We got some dogs in this race, boy. We got two
Yeah.
Republican. Because I ain't gonna lie, this sounds like damn. Through reforms on housing, affordability, crime, taxes, crime, homelessness, and energy costs. A recent, how you say that? Emerson.
Yeah.
Emerson College poll October 2025 shows him at 16% support, edging out Democrat Katie Porter.
Oh,
I don't
she's
re-
bad. She's
Yeah.
so bad.
I never heard of her before, but I've heard about her on X recently, and I
Yeah.
heard that
The
yeah,
videos on her are disastrous, man.
yeah, yeah. To be
Even
honest,
bro, even Democrats dislike her. That's how bad she is.
oh man, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I just want to get more into the juicy part because I did read all this, or I think I read something else, but it said that about Hilton. I don't know why. He sounds kind of like a. I don't know why, but he doesn't really sound that interesting to me. I mean, one interesting thing that he said is that he's against like elitists, the elitists. Oh, it says it right here actually. Hold on. So let's see. So right here. So Steve Hilton is a prominent Republican figure in U.S. politics, particularly known for his shift from British conservative advising to American conservatism via Fox News, and now as leading candidate in California's 2026 global.
Gubernatorial. Yeah.
How do you say it again?
Gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial race as a Republican. He embodies a populist, pro-Trump strain of the party, focusing on anti-elite reforms. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's where Steve Hilton, he kind of got me right there because I am an anti-elite. Boy,
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. He kind of got me right there. And that's where it kind of got me like, economic populism and cultural critiques. Is that how you say it? No.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Critiques. Okay.
Yeah, you said it right.
Of woke policies while attempting to appeal to moderates in a blue state. Supporters see him as a bold outsider who could revive the GOP's fortunes in California, but critics within and outside the party view him as a MAGA aligned opportunist. What they mean?
Yeah.
What does that
So
mean by-
basically, they're saying that that he's basically grifting on MAGA, in a sense saying that like he's just using the platform of MAGA for his benefit, and he really doesn't truly embody it. So they're basically saying it's a front, which I personally don't know because I've never looked too deep into Steve Hilton like that. Like me personally, my favorite candidate that I personally would have wanted to run, and now he's very successful in the things that he's doing. But this was during 2020 during the recall of Gavin Newsom. But it's actually Michael Schellenberger, and I freaking love that guy. Like this guy is his claims and what he stands for is freaking lovely, man. He has the best of the what a conservative is and the best of what a liberal is. He has it mixed into it, like, and he's an independent journalist, and he actually appeared quite a few times, on the Joe Rogan Experience. So Michael Schellenberger, he's actually from Berkeley too, so he understands California well.
Right.
And I feel like, and I'm not judging Steve Hilton, but it's difficult to really grasp uh, like the fullness of what California is,
Right. Yeah.
because him being from Britain. And I'm not taking anything away from him, because
Yeah.
if he were pitted against another Democrat, I for sure would be voting for Steve Hilton. I'm backing him. Like my thing is, he better not make the damn mistake. I'm telling you, whichever candidate it is that say, whether it's Bianco or Hilton or any other Republican, I'm hoping that they're not foolish enough to make mention of Israel. Like if they make a mention of Israel, like right then and there, you'll automatically lose the conservatives, because a lot of people are getting fed up with with that, with marginalized groups being highlighted and then looked after, instead of like looking at the whole entire state as a whole and looking out
Right.
for the state's overall well-being.
It's just, and I did a little bit of research on Chad Bianco as well.
Yeah,
And
fair, right?
it's crazy. I'm pretty sure you would agree to this too. But when it comes to like, stuff like this, governor or politics,
Yeah.
it's funny like how, and like with Steve Hilton, like he sounds great, but I don't know why. I just get the feeling that he sounds like a typical politician, in which in fact he is a career politician. Would you say? I mean, I know he did other stuff.
Well,
he's not.
he's been like an advisor.
Oh no. Oh, okay, he's an advisor.
Yeah, that's there. He actually never
Got
had a significant role or position in government, not even in the UK, where it's like, yeah, this guy, yeah, a career politician would be someone like Gavin Newsom, who from the start, he started off his career as a mayor of San Francisco, and then he went up that chain. And
Right. Oh,
he's always had that political decorum, political rhetoric. It's always
Right.
been like, you have to talk very sophisticated. You have to be very, very well mannered. You have to be. You have to know your bounds, and like that's what a typical politician is.
Got it. Okay.
You sugarcoat things. You talk nicely. You talk you talk very carefully and concisely with what you're saying, and you're very careful again with what you're saying. You're cautious.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
So,
that
yeah.
that sounds just like Eric Swallow in that video we just
In that
watched.
video,
like,
exactly.
like it felt like when she was like talking to him, like trying to expose him. It really felt like he wanted to be careful to what he
Right.
say. Like he didn't want to say too much. That's
You
what
know
it felt.
who's that, like Donald Trump, for instance, our current president is the complete opposite of that. He doesn't give a damn what he says, and he won't apologize if he says something wrong. He won't be like, oh, I'm sorry I even said that. He's unapologetic, which is what we need in a leader. We need someone who is going to freaking not give a damn about what is said. And I was like, oh my God, he said this. He's got so many more important things to be worried about, and that's what a leader should be focused on. Focused
Yes.
on the greater things that need to be prioritized in the country. And for instance, here, the gubernatorial position, the governor has to be focused on the well-being of the state as a whole. And little things that are said that can be miscontextualized, they shouldn't be used as something to crucify the individual. It should be something in the lines of what the actions that the governor does should be more should be more observed. Because if you think about it, Gavin Newsom, this guy, he's when he speaks publicly, he's well versed in what he's saying, and
Yeah.
he's a very polished speaker, but his actions are
Don't
horrendous.
reciprocate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah, yeah.
reciprocate.
There's no true correlation with what he's saying is being done
Yeah.
with through his executive actions as governor. So,
You know,
yeah,
one thing I want to like get your opinion on this, and this is more religious based, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is about Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton. I looked up these facts.
Okay.
So Steve Hilton, he is a devout Christian. He is religious, but here's
Yeah.
the thing about him. He's not as open about it like everyone else. He keeps it private, but he
Right.
does. But he is devout. Whereas Chad Bianco, he's open about it. He's a proud Christian. Now he's open about it. Now, in that sense, when it comes to religion, would you would you not really base your vote off of that, but would you critique that from a governor who for a person who's running for governor? I don't know,
No,
like
no, me personally, I wouldn't. Why? Because if you think about it, everything with regards to leadership and governing is based on God.
yeah,
If you think about it, that's why. As a matter of fact, in the book of Romans, in the Bible, it actually talks about leaders and governing bodies being blessed by God. That royal families like kingships and all that, they are all ordained by God Himself.
right, yeah,
So, in a sense, especially being someone who glorifies God, like I feel like that's incredible. That's amazing. If anything, I would want a leader that is openly comfortable with their faith and open about it. Because if you think about it, if they're genuine about it, then you're going to have a good leader. Because in the back of their mind, if they know that they're doing something wrong, it's going to affect them. It's going to
yeah,
affect their conscience, because
yeah,
they know that God is on their shoulder. And if
right,
they're steering the populace, if they're steering the state wrongly, then that falls on them. And if they truly are a follower of Christ or a follower of God, then that's going to literally have judgment go on them tenfold, because they're knowingly saying that they worship God, but then their actions prove otherwise. And so that could be a slippery slope.
got you. Let me see. So yeah, it does says here for Steve Hilton. It says appears to be that Steve Hilton, he appears to be privately religious, but does not make it a central or defining aspect of his public persona.
Right.
Let me see. He has not explicitly detained his personal faith in interviews, biographies, or policy platforms which focus more on economic populism, anti. I used to say bureaucracy, right?
Yeah,
Bureaucracy, right?
bureaucracy. Yeah.
And let me see. I'm gonna cut it short. It says Hilton regularly collaborates with and praises faith-based organizations. For instance, he has advocated for faith groups to lead on homelessness solutions emphasizing their role in providing humanity during crises like California's wildfire, where he convened business, faith leaders, and fire experts for recovery plans. He attended the American Faith Gala in Orange County and highlighted voter support from Christian families who vowed his conviction alongside their faith. Let me see. I saw some. Okay, Steve Hilton has publicly condemned anti-religious bigotry, notably criticizing woke slash left slash media anti-Catholic bigotry against the Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett in 2020, arguing that all of us, rather we are religious or not, in our personal lives, we should respect people's faith. He has questioned how figures like Joe Biden reconciled Catholic faith with policies eroding religious freedoms like ending the conscious protections for nuns.
Oh, wow.
More recently, he mourned the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attack, stating, "We stand with our Jewish brothers." Oh Lord, Lord. Lord, we just
okay. Not to scare you. Honestly, a comment like this is typical, because this is in reference to what happened on October 7th, 2023 with Hamas.
Yeah.
So this is a typical thing. I'm not too worried about this. If he were to say, like, like, now we have to do everything in our power to make sure that Israel is safe, that they're good, that they're this, that they're that.
Oh, okay.
And that, to me, that's concerning, and that, if anything, that would turn me off.
Okay, so
like, you're supposed to be focused on California. You're not supposed to be focused on a foreign country's problems.
Boy, I was about to say, did we just debunk them right here? Okay, we stand with our Jewish brothers and sisters today and every day, never again, and decried anti-Semitism as a cult of hate.
Oh God! So now that part right there can be an argued point.
Lord,
because here's the thing, anyone is labeled as an anti-Semitic just for criticizing what the Jewish government is doing in Israel with Netanyahu. Anybody can be faulted or drawn in that crowd of it being an anti-Semitic. So the thing is, it's not a cult thing, because so many people are like against the atrocities that Netanyahu is doing in Israel. It's not a select few, it's so many people. And so I'm hoping that it was that he just said that just to like say, oh look, hey, I don't hate the Jews or whatever. But if he is the type of if he's the type of governor that's going to be pandering to a foreign country's interests, then he's not going to really benefit.
Lord, hey, remember the first half when I was reading it? He sounded pretty good. Right. He sounded pretty good. Then we get to the religious stuff. I mean, even the religious stuff, you would say that. What would you say about the religious stuff you were saying? Besides
which is, honestly, it's good that he actually brought up the anti-bigotry towards Catholics. Yeah. Because the thing is, believe it or not, in Catholicism and the Catholics themselves, they are very independent in the sense of they don't worship the Israel like how other Christian denominations do, like evangelicals or Baptists. They do align themselves more heavily with Israel, the state of Israel. But Catholics, we see the Pope as as our main guy. Like, that's our guy. That's the vicar to Christ. So that's the person who is in a sense making like the calls on our behalf
Right.
towards the Lord. And
Jesus.
so yeah,
Sorry, yeah, I really love that we did this live because, bro, it's crazy that it was going fine. Like, okay,
right,
it was
right,
saying all the right stuff it was doing,
right.
and then you mentioned too. Before we
Yeah,
read that, you mentioned about now. I think it's to the point that like these governors are like they're aiding Israel,
yeah,
and now and guess what? That little small part about the Jewish, the anti-Semitism,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
like, oh, what you mean? Wait, hold on.
So I'm
That's a.
curious now if that same for Grok towards Bianco, if I'm curious to see
Let me see. I actually pulled them up right here.
yeah,
Hold on, I mean,
and if you're able to then see the what is being said about his religion and see what it says there, because I'm really
and you know what? I think that's the more juicier part than just the the career part.
correct, correct.
Hold on. Oh,
And
spelled this
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah, because we gotta get the information on the religion.
GA. I'm liking what we're doing right now. Like, bro, I
Hey,
thought we almost just
we-
debunked.
well, hey, I'm telling you real quick how I would address that point. You know what? Here's the thing. If I'm not, my religion would be I stand for, like I am a Christian. I identify as a Catholic, and I stand up against all forms of hatred. And here's the thing: if we should, like, if they were to ask me a question on the Israel Palestine issue, I would be like, you know what? No innocent people should be dying. If there are Israelis that are dying, that are innocent, they shouldn't be dying. If there are Palestinians that are being killed, they shouldn't be killed either. Like, to be on just one side of an issue, you have to be able to vouch for all innocent lives, whether they be Israelis or whether they be Palestinians. And the right cause and the right approach to have is standing on behalf of all your brothers and sisters, especially in Catholicism.
Right.
We believe
Damn.
that all our brothers and sisters should we vouch for them. We love them
Bro,
all.
see, I love that, and this is something that like I miss part of like the of politics and voting. Like I believe that us Americans, we should be doing something like this in every election: mayor,
Yeah.
president, governor, Congress, Senate, whatever voting. Like we should be doing this type of stuff because like this is what we're doing right now. This is literally like free learning right now. This is independent learning. Like this is something that school never taught us really to do. Maybe college.
And also key thing too. What a lot of people think is that, oh, we're just using Grok and this and that, well, yada yada. But Grok also provides links to things. So
No.
so people don't think that it's just this like empty words, or it's just opinionated. No, these are all there's sources and links for what is said.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw when I was reading off of Steve Hilton's religious belief. What I kept like, what was like getting in the way, and I was like, "Oops!" That was like a link. That was like a link.
There was a link.
Yeah, that was a link. The good thing you brought that up, because I know there's people like, for instance, our brothers Brandon and Jordan. They don't believe that like AI assistants like Gronk and Chat GPT and Google Gemini, like it's a good source to get research from. For what Brandon said, what he says that where's the place to get research, deep research like what we're doing right now, is at the library. And I did critique him, like, I don't know, because, well, libraries are funded by the government, and we already know how the government feels about, like, shit like that. Like, they're not going to have autobiography about Chad Bianco or Steve Hilton. They may, but honest to God, I don't think they'll have stuff like what we're doing right now. Like,
Right.
So, and it's like, what it says right here, think harder. Feel me? So okay, so right here, so we got Chad Bianco's religious belief. Chad
Yeah.
Bianco, the Riverside County Sheriff and Republican candidate for California's governor in 2026, is an openly devout Christian whose faith is a core part of his personal identity, family life, and public persona. He
Okay, this
has
is
a
good. So far, this is good. Okay.
good. He has described himself as an apologetic about his Christianity. Okay, that's
Okay,
another
that's
good one.
really good. Being
That's really good.
unapologetic, that's really good.
Stating, and while I may not like the typical Bible thumping Christian, I certainly am unapologetic about it. It is what it is. I give all the success in my life to that faith, and it's how our family lives. That's him quoting.
Yeah.
That's what he said, you guys.
Right.
So
right.
so church affiliation and involvement.
Okay, let's see this.
Bianco and his wife Denise, along with their 4 adult children and grandchildren, are active members of Sandals Church in Riverside, California, a large multi-campus how do you say
Evangelical.
evangelical mega church
church.
with Baptist roots, known for its contemporary worship and community focus.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
The family participates in church activities, community service, and events. One of their sons works in digital media at the church. Faith in public life and campaign. Bianco frequently highlights faith, family, and service above self as guiding principles. Supporters and introductors described him as a man of faith, intelligence. How do you say that?
Oh, integrity.
Integrity.
Yep.
Hey y'all, listen. I'm botching these words. Hey, listen. It's a Friday night, y'all. So you type shit. Integrity and grit. He has spoken at church events such as the how you say that? The Calvary,
Calvary. Yeah.
Calvary South
Calvary.
OC's Freedom Night, sharing his faith, values, and vision for California. His stance on religious freedom, particularly refusing to enforce COVID-19, hold on,
Good.
church closures, aligns with his conservative Christian worldview.
That's actually good. That's
Hold
actually a big one.
Holy shit. While his campaign platform emphasizes public safety, crime reduction, affordability, and government reform over explicitly theology. Okay, I'm gonna just stop right there. Does it seem like every politician, when it comes to governor, or that's like one of the things that's always the things they label out, is that they talk about public safety, crime reduction, affordability.
Right, yeah. That's like a given. Yeah, that's a given. Like they all got to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's like
And-
talking about your bread and your butter on
Pretty much,
as
yeah.
a basic meal start. You know.
Yep. And faith informs his values and appeals to conservative voters. There are no indications of affiliation with any other religion or denomination. His beliefs are firmly evangelical Christian. Hold on.
Okay.
Shit. Holy
Seems really good. I mean, in a sense, he doesn't necessarily say anything about like. See, and he better stand on business with that. He better not be like, oh yeah, I'm standing with Judaism now and this and that. Or here's the thing. Now, if he does state something like that, the counter to that would be okay, or the point to add on to that would be like, oh, here's the thing. I stand with Judaism, with practitioners of the Jewish faith, those that are practice Judaism, but I also support heavily people, Muslims, and practitioners of Islam. So
Yes.
if he does that, then he's good, because both will cancel each other out. So it's
Yes.
like, okay, damn, good. Because if he were to just say he sides with the Muslims, it could be controversial in a sense. And then if he just says he sides with the Jews, it's going to be like, oh boy, like this is not good. Another control politician.
Yeah. Yeah.
But from what was said there at the very end, where he doesn't necessarily have an allegiance with any other denominations or any other religions, that's actually a very positive sign.
Right. Yeah. I will say one thing I would critique, and I know I kind of have to stop and like say it to you, and I know that's like what they kind of have to say in a
Yes,
sense. Like
yes,
it kind of comes wrong as when it comes to like politics and
yeah,
running
like
for
bread
the
and butter,
governor.
man, like the bread
Yeah,
and
like
butter.
you said, I would critique that. I just felt like I kind of felt like it was copy and paste. We're talking about like he wants to reduce crime and the usual stuff, crime and affordability. I kind of feel like that's just copy and paste. Now I'm not saying that he's copying from people. I kind of wish he would have had like better. Well, honestly, that didn't come from his words. That was from Gronk.
Yeah, yeah,
What
it's
he stands
essentially like
for.
a summary, a
Yeah, it's
summary.
a summary.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you.
And on top of that too, you got to remember too, it would make even more sense of him emphasizing public safety, because he's the
He's a
sheriff.
cop.
So
That you know what? Okay, you know what? You right. Yeah, yeah.
it's like a basketball player. It wouldn't make sense if a basketball player were to talk about his skills playing rugby, like
Julio, like I said before, this is what we need. We need conversations like this. We need to do research. We need to like look at their beliefs, what they believe in, like when it comes to like like running for governors, Congress, president, mayor, and all that stuff. Like,
Right.
I feel like a lot of people don't do what we're doing right now. Like, honestly, what we just did just now, and honestly, I'm seeing a lot of good things in California. Like, I'm starting to see a shift. I'm starting to see a shift. I feel bad for New York that they got, what they got, and I could just, I feel bad for New York.
And remember though, remember,
Yeah.
Mamdani might be Trump's guy. Right? We don't know. We don't
He he
know.
he did bend the knee. He did went from I would be the Trump and Trump administration's worst nightmare to
Right.
this in the picture with Donald Trump.
And Trump's like right next to
Hey,
man.
he had it. Hey, my nigga was like these. He had his arm crossed like these.
Bro, Trump was looking at. There was a meme that they said, man. Trump was looking at freaking at up when he was sitting in his desk. He was sitting on his seat and he was looking up at Mamdani. Man, people were like, they were making memes out of that. It's like, man, I guarantee you, Melania must be like, man, Trump don't look at me like that no more. Like,
Hold on. Do I got a picture of that hole, bro? Let me see. I want to see if I saved that shit, bro. That shit was so funny cause people was on his ass, bro. They was on Madani's ass. They was like, bro, you was over here talking that good shit. Now you over here taking a picture like these with Donald Trump. And then when
right.
and then when the press asked you, do you still think that Donald Trump's a fascist? He's like, what? He heard the question.
Yeah, yeah.
He went, what?
Yup. He had that one cat where it's like, oh,
You know what?
seen that cat?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yep. You know what that what is? When somebody tell you something, you go, what? You heard the question. He just
Yeah.
he wasn't ready for it. He
Yeah.
heard the question. Do you still think
Yeah.
he's a fascist? Huh?
That's like me getting caught. It's like who ate the cookies? What? What? It's like who ate the damn cookies?
Do I have that bitch? Hold on. I gotta search for it. Hold on. I gotta search for that. How you spell that nigga name? Hold on, man.
Mamdani. It's M.
U.
It's, no, M-A-M.
Oh, M-A-N.
No, wait. I think it's
Wait, it is M-A-M?
M-A-M. Like,
Gotcha.
So,
Madani.
M-A-M and then Danny.
Madani.
D-A-N-I.
And let's just say Trump. Yeah, Madani and Trump. I want to see that picture, bruh. Hey. Hey, y'all. This gonna be the most funniest shit ever. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can see that. Hold on, man. Oh, right here. Hold on. I got y'all niggas, bro.
Oh, yep. That's the one. Look at Trump, man.
Lame ass nigga.
Trump looking at him like, hey, that's my son right there. Y'all proud of him? Trump in this picture is like, hey, Trump in this picture is looking at him like, I'm so proud that my son finally figured out how to put on the tie by himself. He put that tie on by himself.
Why he smile like that? Why his eyes? Oh hell no! Look at this nigga cheesing.
Mom Donnie looking at like he's looking like
Trump.
damn.
Bro, look at Trump cheesing, bro. He know he laughing at this nigga. Lame ass nigga.
Yeah. Mom Donnie was like he got mobbed. He got mobbed by Mr. MAGA.
Oh my soul! Hold on. Oh, I got the video right here for y'all. Wait, is this the one? Where's the one? I want to see the one. Is this the one? Right here. Oh my goodness, y'all. Hold on. Is the audio on? Cause this shit had me rolling, bro. Look, y'all. Look.
I called the president a fascist. And her answer was, well, President Trump and I have been clear about our positions.
Look at him. He's scared as shit.
Do you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about.
That's okay. You can just say
Okay.
yes. It's easier to explain.
Lay there, nigga. You. All that shit you was talking, bro. All that shit that nigga was talking, bro. Where that video? Hold on. I got the funds. Hold on. Trump's worse. Trump worse. Nightmare. Oh my goodness. That was hilarious. Oh, somebody had it side by side with the hold on. Ooh, right here. Wait, no, that's not the one. Wait, is it? Oh yeah.
Administration would be Donald Trump's worst nightmare.
Hey, can we go back? Hold on. Can we go back? I want to go back to. So he said that, huh? Oh, okay, y'all. Oh, okay. He said what? Julio, he said that he's going to be Donald Trump's and the administration's worst nightmare. He did say that, right? Y'all heard that, right? Like, if I did that too fast for y'all can go back and go to that clip, and y'all can look at this. Look.
That just reminds me of an uncle you talk so much trash about. Be like, he ain't gonna do shit to me.
Hold on, y'all.
And he provides that energy, man.
Look at lay back, nigga. Lay back, niggas. Bro, he about to get fucking recalled, bro, like crazy. Yeah, say goodbye, my nigga. Madani, you had your run, nigga.
Well, I mean, hey, he hasn't even started. To be fair, I mean, He's
Yeah,
starting to
exactly,
in
nigga. Yeah, exactly. This nigga has been, bruh, he's been more begging than anything. I think he's the most beggar out of all the mayors. I never heard a nigga beg in his whole life. I'm pretty sure nobody ain't donated money. Nobody ain't donating money, bro. Nobody ain't donating shit, bro. He a fraud, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Madani. Hey, you did convince some niggas. Some stupid niggas, but hey.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I think he. Believe it or not, I think he has the money. Like, not him personally, but the people that have been on him.
Oh yeah, international. But hold on. Wasn't he getting? I heard he was getting searched for that shit because they would say he was getting searched because they say he was getting legal like funds, legal foreign funds, and they was looking into that shit.
Right,
so yeah, you could be right.
Yeah, if those funds were coming in illegally, like from different countries, and yeah, he would get in big trouble because of that.
I just love that picture, bro. Hold on, I gotta show that again to y'all because look at Donald Trump.
Donald Trump looking at him like Rod Dyrdek would be looking at Big Black. Remember, it's like, people, let me tell you that my best friend.
Look at this nigga, bro. Why he smile like that? Lame ass nigga. Oh, that nigga lame as shit, boy. Oh man, I just want to show y'all that because that was hilarious. That was some good engagement we had with the California governor, bruh. I swear, the little things. It takes the little things, bruh. That's why when I listen to shit, like when I listen to like somebody explaining me something, I look for the key words. I look for any key words or like small details. And with Steve Hilton, everything was going good, like in his biography and what he stood for, and you know, in politics and shit like that, what he's done, his religious belief, the religious stuff. It was pretty good. Like you said, like you liked what he stood for in the religious belief, even though it said he was privately, like he wasn't really like as like open. And I guess the key word when it comes to like to Bianco, that Steve Hilton, he wasn't unapologetic.
Wait a second, I think something came to mind, and this came to mind right here. All right. If we gotta go back on Bianco and Hilton to verify something. So there's something known as APAC tracker.
And yeah.
And so what that is basically money that they've received from a political PAC that is associated with the state of Israel.
Okay.
So if they're getting money from there, I'm telling you right now, that's the ultimate red flag.
Wait, can we look that up or
ask Grok. Just ask Grok.
Ask Grok. Him.
Just ask. So ask Grok. Has Steve Hilton received money from APAC?
Has Steve Hilton received?
Yeah, received money from APAC, and I'll tell you how to spell APAC. APAC is spelled AIPAC. So
you said A what?
Yeah, APAC. So it's A, and it's all capitalized. So it's AIPAC.
All right, moment of truth. Hold on, I'm about to bring it up here. Okay, it's loaded.
Oh shit!
Moment of truth, y'all. No, there is no evidence that Steve Hilton, the British American political commentator and in 2026 California, how do you say that word?
Gubernatorial. Yeah,
gubernatorial candidate has received money from APAC.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So now we gotta check Bianco. We gotta check.
I wanna say he's a cop. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't, but hey, sometimes you never know.
You never know, man. Apparently they had the IDFB train over there.
Hey y'all, this is live too, y'all. This is live. We doing this live.
Yeah. Because me personally, I didn't know of if they had it or not.
This is good. This is good. Who? Let's see. Oh, hold on. I didn't.
Oh
put
no,
Bianca.
I think Brock would. He would. Hey, Brock's smart, man. He knows what you mean.
Yeah, I know, but I like to. Oh, there you go. Oh, shit! You see that? Holy! No, there is no public evidence that Chad Bianco, the Riverside County Sheriff, has, and 2026 Republican candidate for California governor, has received any money from AIPAC. Oh, hey, we got some. Hey, bro, we got some. Hey, yo, we got some top competitors. Even though Steve Hilton, he did raise a question to you, the anti-Semitism part. He did raise a question to you, but hey, he came through. Like,
hey, if he's not receiving that money, hey, he's cleaning my books, man. That's good, because I'm always very worried about the individuals that are on AIPAC's payroll.
Holy man, I ain't gonna lie, cause we did kind of question Hilton, then we were leaning to Chad Bianco. Now we just asked the major question, and now both competitors have not received any funding from AIPAC, from the evidence that Grunk has. So we still got some Lord Jesus, we got some competitors in regards to the Republicans, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, Jesus Christ, like, I don't know why I'm kind of leaning more to Chad Bianco. I hate that to say this, that we just got done talking about this before the podcast, but and listen, I did not just become a pro Second Amendment. Let me give y'all some backstory, y'all. I've loved guns from the time I was young. I'll tell y'all 2 incidents that had happened to me. Nothing major happened to me. Like, nothing major happened, nothing crazy. Just a little, I guess you could say, silly foolishness. When I was younger, I brought a toy gun to school. When I was like in 2nd grade. And you know what's crazy? I remember that, right? And honestly, I didn't know, right? I didn't know. I was like, look, I had to be like 6, 7 years old. And I was like, I was a playful, like, little kid. I didn't know. I thought it was just a toy, like, bringing a toy. And it was a water gun. You feel me? It was a little water gun, not the gel blasters. We had the squirt water gun.
Yeah, like the flea market ones, the plastic ones,
you feel me? Yeah. It was an orange joint.
You could see through it. Right?
It was an orange joint. So I was in class with this girl. We were sitting down doing, usual in class. And I was like, hey, I got a toy. And I pulled the gun out. And I still remember this girl's look. When I pulled it out, she went, boy, let me show you. Let me just do the look that I saw from my perspective, bruh. Once I pulled it out, she went like this. And she, wide-eyed, she got up, went to go tell the teacher on me.
Right on the spot, no hesitation. She was
No,
not gonna
bro.
risk anything.
Like, it was like she saw a ghost.
Right.
Like, literally, like she saw a ghost. Like, that's what it looked like. Like, I still remember her eyes looking at me. I mean, I don't know what she was taught at a younger age, but like when I pulled it out, she just wide-eyed me with a serious face. This is like, bro, this is 2nd grade, y'all. This is like 2nd grade. And she looked at me like I was a criminal, bro. I mean, she was a white girl. Dang, hold on, shit,
Bruh.
It makes sense now.
Dude, you know what's so funny about that? When you brought up this story, literally without you even saying that this was from the 2nd grade, I, for some reason, was having flashbacks of myself in the 2nd grade, which is a weird thing. I'm like, what? I was thinking to myself, is Jessie going to say this was from the 2nd grade? And I was having like memories of.
Yeah.
I still remember. Do you happen to remember that teacher that you had in the 2nd grade? Do you remember her name or his name?
Hell no. I just remember that situation. the consequence that I got, the discipline, I'm not sure. I think I don't know what happened. Well, I guess they knew I was a sweet kid, and yeah, I did brought a toy gun, but I guess because the fact it was the model of it was a gun, like it just wasn't allowed, and I guess they just wanted to make an example out of me. So I didn't really get in huge trouble. I don't even know what I got, to be honest with you. I guess it wasn't that serious at that time.
Right.
Now, later on there, I did it again.
Is it still in the second grade?
No, this is 6th grade.
Oh.
And this time, it wasn't a water gun. No squirt. It was a BB gun.
Oh, damn.
So let me just lay out the context. So, boom, right here, right? So, my parents were separated, right? So, I believe I was at my mom's house. Yeah, I was at my mom's house. And I think that particular day, my parents, they had a situation where I was at my mom's house. And that day, I went to school and I was about to go to my dad's house, right? So, boom. I had the BB gun at my mom's house.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring it over to my dad's house. And I knew that when I go to school, when I go to my grandma's house, my dad's going to pick me up. And I wanted that gun to be there. So, I had a plan, right? Boom. That I just put the gun in my backpack during school. You feel me? And I just keep it in there until the end of school. Cool, no problem.
Yeah.
Bro. So, I am so unlucky. Nigga. So, I'm in the 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
I was in a special ed class.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't with kids who were like in the 4th or 3rd grade. No, it was like kids like around like what it was six
right, same grade level.
6th and 5th graders.
Oh, okay.
So when we keep our backpack, it was like at the front by the door. When you walk in, all backpacks are right there. I think that's how it went. I know my backpack was right in that area.
Right.
I think right when class was about to end, I'm not sure how the setting went. If it was during class or I don't know how to say it, but the backpack was right there, just sitting there. My backpack fell. And I guess I left my zipper open. No. So when my backpack fell, my BB gun fell out.
Damn.
You can see the orange tip, the shape of it.
Oh.
And y'all would think that like I'll be right there to like, you know, nigga, I'm kind of sitting all the way in the back.
Oh.
Now I didn't choose to be there, and that was my assigned seat. So as you already know, the teachers, they sit up top, right? Because you know the teachers. So when she saw that, she went, "What is this?" And she saw what backpack it was. I was like, "Oh, that!" And I think I went up. I was like, "Oh, that's my backpack." She pulled it up and like she was like, "This came out of your backpack?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh.
So again, went through a whole ordeal. My parents look at me like, "Bro, what is wrong with you? Wasn't you in a situation like this when you're in the 2nd grade and you doing this again?" Bruh, I wasn't gonna like shoot nobody with it. I was basically I was smuggling it. I was trying to get it from one place to the other. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. I had it in the backpack.
It was an arms trafficking situation gone wrong.
I was like in that one movie with Nicolas Cage. I think it's called Lord of the Wars. I think that one good movie. But yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I was arms trafficking. It wasn't supposed to happen that way, and it happened that way. Jesus Christ. So
That's
I believe that one. I know I got suspended for a couple of days.
Damn.
So yeah, it's crazy. This is the first time I ever like talk about this like out loud. Um, so yeah, I have a history of guns, and I've collected BB guns. I didn't really collect a whole lot, but I remember there was a time. You remember when sporting goods used to have? I think they still have. No, yeah, they do have guns in there, but like they had a whole lot more in that, before. But this is when sporting goods had BB guns and shit like that, and my
Right.
dad bought one for me, and I still got one of the it's crazy. I actually still have one of the laser sight for in the BB gun that I got caught with in 6th grade. It was a pistol. It had an orange tip on it, and it wasn't pellets. It was actually like BBs. Like it was the yellow colored ones, and
Yeah.
I think I still got the laser sight in one of my drawers here from the BB guns.
Oh shit.
The BB gun, they're long gone, and it wasn't because of that situation. Actually, you know what? Actually, they were long gone because of that situation. Actually.
Oh, because of that situation.
Yeah, I think that was so long ago for me. That was 2000. That was 2006, around that time. 2006, 2007. In that era, that's when I kind of began watching wrestling. That's when I got, yeah. So I know last episode I was on a tantrum about open carry, and I know y'all thinking like, bruh, you never talked about owning guns up until the moment of John Bean. You know what? You're right. In all the podcasts that we've had, what episode we on? We're on episode 180.
181 as of tonight. Yeah.
We are on 181. All the podcasts that yes, I have not really talked about my passion for guns. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all got me. I will say that. I mean, I guess this situation kind of triggered that. I kind of went back to that, but actually no. I just never told anybody, but like I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people like who own guns, and they will like show like their gun collections, or they'll do like gun customization, or they'll go to the range and see how it shoots and things. And I still watch it to this day. Actually,
Yeah, it's like the assembling of the
Yeah.
guns and the assembling of them.
yeah, I still watch. I mean, Julio can tell you. I mean, I didn't. It wasn't recorded, but I just pulled up a video. I just pulled up a video of well, it was a demonstration. I was asking Julio for advice for like a meme idea, but I just pulled up a gun video, in particularly that I actually kind of like, and so I've always been, I guess you could say, enthusiast for guns. I remember one time. This was back when I was like, I think in high school. So it had to be like 2012, 2013. No, 2012. We went to Ontario. It was like a little family reunion, and over there.
Oh, Ontario, California, right?
Yeah. Ontario, California. And me and my dad were just walking around that area, and we stumbled across like a gun collection con, or however you call it. Like it was like a con, like a convention for like guns and stuff like that, and we just walked in there, and that was awesome to see. So yeah, I've always had a big liking for guns. I just don't really tell people because, well, I know a lot of people are afraid of guns or don't like guns, and they think they're dangerous. Just like how I told y'all the first situation of that little girl in my class who looked at me like I was a criminal when I pulled out the water gun. I would. So yeah, I've always loved guns. I just never really talked about it all like that. But regards to Chad Bianco, he's a pro Second Amendment, and plus, I have to say this, and this may be wrong, and this is not valid at all, but I will say he's a high candidate for me. I might have to do some little bit of identity politics, because well, he would be the first governor to have possession of a gun, because he's a sheriff, and I go like that would be kind of cool to see. But you know what? No identity politics. That's why we have to do what we have to do right now is look at the facts and all this stuff. So, and also again, he's a pro Second Amendment because he's a sheriff who carries because of his job. But yeah, I would say he's a high candidate for me. But not gonna lie to you, Steve Hilton, he does surprise me. Him being an anti-elite, because I am an anti-elite / I'm an anti-Hollywood. I'm anti-Hollywood for sure. Like, I think what's going on in Hollywood, that shit should be abolished. Not movies, but just the producers, what's going on, should be abolished. Like,
Yeah.
So,
We gotta keep the likes of the individuals like Mel Gibson,
Yes, Mel Gibson, all the ambassadors, Mel Gibson's, Sylvester Stallone, and John Voight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what grabbed my attention to Hilton. Like, he's an anti-elite, huh? But yeah, y'all.
That view, elitist views, that's actually good, because he kind of sees like the everyday common Californian, like he thinks of us, like he has us in his mind, and so that's fantastic. I personally feel that that any candidate and representing the Republicans, if it were down to Bianco and Hilton, I think we would be in good hands. Obviously, we would have to see who the Democrats put against those two. But I mean, honestly, the Democrats here in the state of California, if you look at people like what's his name, Scott Wiener from San Francisco, this guy is he's just absolutely insane. Like, there's some Democrats here in our state that are just so loopy and crazy, man. It just defines California well, in the sense of us being a stereotype as like a liberal's paradise. When you see Democrats like that, I mean, it definitely fits the stereotype for sure.
Nah, and just like you said, like how you said about Steve Hilton, like him being an anti-elitist, you said that he thinks like us, like the regular people. Like, he doesn't involve himself as an elite. He views himself as American citizen, regular American citizen. And even though he was a part of that, I guess you say, elitist like status, regardless of like working on the Fox News, and all that stuff, he views himself as he doesn't think that the people of California, like us and everyday people in California, he doesn't think that we are lesser than him. That he views himself as equal to us,
right?
And from what I've sensed for them two, I'm pretty sure them two are not the type of people who want to like speak for us. Like, I mean, he want to speak like the things that's going on, but like, for instance, like the whole Democrats, how they're running California, like they speak for us, like how we feel, how we, how things should be done. Like, for instance, like with ICE agents and stuff like that, like how Gavin Newsom wants to remove, well, I think he signed it, remove it, that agents are required to remove their masks. Like,
which is utterly ridiculous, because we had in our state, we had mask mandates, where at one point in time we were obligated to have masks.
Yeah, and he was heavily on that. Like, he would. I think at one point, I remember you said that at one point, if we didn't have a mask, I don't know if you said that if we would get like in serious trouble or like a penalty or something like that. I forgot what you have mentioned in the past, but yeah, I remember that was a big issue if you did that.
Oh, were you referring to during the
COVID? Yeah.
So the people were like, it was to the point where you maybe wouldn't be fined, but certain stores wouldn't want you in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't go in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, ICE agents have to remove their masks, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That wow. All right, you got it. I thought you was for masks, Newsom. I thought you was for masks. Now you want them to remove their masks, but Antifa they can keep their mask on, right?
Right. And then it's crazy too because of the I mean, people don't realize that what is being done right now with regards to these operations at hand with DHS is that it's for the well-being of a lot of people. Like people aren't looking into the stories of. I read a story today that there was a guy who is most likely going to serve a life sentence for the kidnapping and killing of a person that was. This case occurred in Tijuana, and the victim was a resident of the city of San Diego, and this guy was apparently he was like a repeat offender. He had a rap sheet, so he already had crimes that were committed previously. And it's funny because these people commit crimes and then they're like released, and like for instance, there was the North Carolina. They finally implemented the law based on the poor Ukrainian lady.
Yeah.
So now people can't go out on bail. They actually have to wait on their trial. And then await their sentencing. They won't be out in public because this is common sense. Anyone who is sincerely against this, especially repeat violent offenders, in my opinion, they're more retarded than the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. Like it just makes no sense, man.
You know, because there's a lot of misinformation about ICE, like how they work. And hold on, I just want to right here. Hold on.
Yeah, and right now with them, they there's a lot of hatred towards them. Like, it's undeserved. It's undeserved. That
for
hatred.
Real. They're citizens doing their job, and guess what? There's Latinos who are ICE agents, and yet they hate them, right? What? I
think if anything, Latinos actually hate more ICE agents that are Latino than they do like a regular white or a black agent. They hate them even more. Say, "Oh, you're serving an institution that hates your own race." And it's like, wow. So when people think of Latinos serving as ICE agents, they elude it and connect it with race. But the reality is we are here as Americans, and we have to defend our country. We defend the United States of America. And like, if there was a similar situation like this in Mexico, Mexicans would have to defend their own national sovereignty too. It's the same thing. We love our fellow Americans, whether they be Latino or Asian or black, white. It doesn't matter. If you're an American, we stand close and firm with you guys. So that's what matters. And we're not saying that we're not discriminating against other races and other Latinos, because if Latinos do want to come from other countries to the United States, they're more than welcome. It's just they have to. It has to be done legally for the sake of our country.
I don't understand. And there's a lot of misinformation, because I've been seeing that when people be recording ICE agents, these leftists, these protesters, they think that ICE agents work like law enforcement. Like, for instance, like if a citizen, when they ask for their name or ask to pull down their mask, they have to do what they're told. Or like they'll ask, why are you harassing this person? Why are you kidnapping this person? And we all know why they're doing it. They're not kidnapping, they're detaining. But they think that they're kidnapping people, and that, you know, and that the citizens, they think that the ICE agents have to do what they say. They're like the police officer. So last thing before we get out of here, I'm gonna just do a little quick lesson for y'all right here. I looked it up right here. Let me just supersize this for y'all so y'all can see. Alright, so boom. So I typed in, do ICE agents need to show citizens their badge number? I typed this in because I hear a lot of people was saying that, oh, ICE agents need to do this, they need to do that, then they're not doing it.
Right.
No. U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement's, aka ICE, agents are not legally required to show citizens their badge number upon request. While federal law mandates that they carry official identification, including a badge and credentials showing their name and agency affiliation, there is no explicit obligation to verbally provide the badge number or display it visibly during encounters. ICE agents must generally identify themselves as immigration officers, especially after an arrest. That means that when they go after somebody, they arrest them, they will say, I work with the U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement, aka ICE,
right,
agent, as you would call it. So that's the only thing. But practices like plainclothes operations, facial coverings, or unmarked vehicles can limit immediate visibility of details.
Visibility of details. Right.
So, because the protesters, they think that they have to show their badge, or they have to do this, they have to do it like a police officer.
Well, yeah, and then on top of that too, these are federal agents too.
Yeah, they're not local police officers.
Right.
No, they're only there for one thing. They're not there to catch a. Well, they are kind of there to catch a murderer, but not an American murderer. Like, you know, not a citizen who's committed crime. No, they're only there to detain foreign illegals who cross the border illegally, and they may have a criminal track history of murder or whatever, such and such. And yes, yeah.
It goes so far beyond everything too. What a lot of people think that it's just violent crimes. There are some crimes that are committed where there's like fraudulent schemes that are being uncovered. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of visa frauds where their students who are overstaying their stay, or they have an expired visa. And there was apparently a story of these Indian students that came to study here in the state of California, or even Arizona, I believe it was, and they were freaking defrauding senior citizens and like stealing them hundreds of thousands of dollars. And again, with their visa expired and whatnot.
And also these protesters, it's like they believe that again, like I was saying, that they have to tell them everything. Why are you arresting this person? I say just they don't need to answer to the citizens. If you know, and the reason why they think that, oh, they're attacking citizens or they're deporting citizens, that's a lie. No, they're not deporting citizens. They're only detaining them and arresting them because they are I forgot how the term is, but they're like getting in the way, like they're messing with the they're harassing the ICE agents. They're
they call it obstruction of justice.
Yeah. You're not getting deported. You're just getting detained and arrested. Maybe going to jail, depending on what you did. So, And I brought this up because, listen, I don't want to attack the protesters slash the leftists. We got to give them some leniency. So, boom, I got you right here. So, you're right as a citizen if you let's just say for you, for instance, Julio, I know you already know your rights to this, but let's just say for you, let's just say ICE agent can come to you, ask for your your IDs and all that stuff,
Right.
So for you, Julio, I guess you could say even for me as well. Let's say ICE agent comes to me and thinks I'm a
They might think
Somalian.
you're from Haiti. That's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, your rights as a citizen, which me and Julio are, if they ever come up to us, because they think that they're going to deport us or whatever, kidnap us, whatever. So our right as a citizen, if we encounter ICE, even without a badge number requirement, you retain strong constitutional protection during ICE encounters. Do not open your door without a valid judicial warrant signed by a judge, not just an ICE officer. Ask them to slide it under the door for review. Ask them for identification and agency affiliation verbally, but you are not obligated to comply with requests without a warrant. Remain silent and request a lawyer if detained. Do not answer any questions about immigration status. Document everything. Safely record the interaction if possible. Note names, badges shown, and report concerns to organizations like ACLU.
Mhm.
So, and for personal advice, consult an immigration attorney or resources from the ACLU. Practices can vary by jurisdiction and ICE policies evolve. And here's some sites right here for you guys,
Yep.
links and stuff.
Yeah, I
like that.
see right there. Axios, I can tell. Right
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty credible, right? Because as a citizen, if we encounter an ICE, and let's just say they are harassing us or whatever, that's our right to do so. Right? Yeah, right. Can we say that's pretty accurate? What Gronk
Yeah,
says?
I mean, if anything, that's the same thing too with police officers. If you don't have to answer the door for police officers, like if you're like, what the hell's going on? Like, do you have a warrant? Is there, like, yeah? Because if random law enforcement is knocking on your door, that can draw strong suspicion. It's like, are these people legitimately cops or law enforcement? Because there have been cases where individuals have actually had burglaries from people who have posed as law enforcement, and they were just freaking scammers.
Yep.
And burglars. So they have bad intentions.
Yeah. So again, I just want to bring that up because there's a lot of misconceptions, and I just want to know the truth. When I see shit on video, when I see these protesters are saying that these ICE officers are doing wrong because they're not showing identification, that when they ask for their badge number, they don't provide it for them. Obviously, it says on Gronk that they don't have to. They're not local police officers. They're only there for one thing, is for immigration status. All right, they're not, and let's just say like people like, I guess you say like minorities, me and you. If ICE come up to us, ask about our immigration, there you go right there. That's simple. No argument. No calling them fascists. No calling them, whatever they call them. No name callings. Just don't remain silent and record if possible. And if you got money, I would say if you got money, because it's kind of hard, because I know it make it seem like to have an attorney and stuff like that on Gronk, but in reality, that shit takes money and time.
Yeah, for sure.
So so that's a little bit of a stretch right there. But yeah, that's all right. It doesn't say what I see on a daily basis. It does not say that you can harass or physically assault an ICE agent. You can't assault anybody. And before we head out, I seen this one video of this woman. She video recorded an ICE agent doing his job, you know, which that's fine, recording. But guess what, bro? Let me show you. She's like this. She's like this.
Oh,
imagine,
like
okay,
the agent's face, right?
Literally, bro, literally, the camera is like this. Like how y'all see my phone up this close? This is how close she was with her phone, and literally up to his face. So I think the officer he either snatched her phone, or he just went like this, like, what the fuck you doing? Get out of my face. Which that's the natural reaction. Get that shit out of my face. You don't have to be, bro. Why are you that close?
You are at a distance. You could be more at a distance with the video.
Like, she's past his boundaries, his personal boundaries.
Yeah, like literally in his face.
Yeah, she's literally like this. Get that shit out of my face, bro. And then I guess when he did that, I'm not sure what happened. If he grabbed her phone out of her hand or he smacked it out of her hand.
Right.
I don't know what happened, but I guess it triggered her. So she think it was okay. So he had his back turned. Right after he did that, she thought it was okay to go up to him, and I think she tried to like grab him.
What?
She tried to grab him like this. I will pull up the video, but it's going to take like 10 years or to find that video on X. She thought it was smart to go behind him and try to like touch him, like grab him, because she went like this, try to grab him. So I'm guessing she touched him on the shoulders, acting like she was trying to she practically assaulted him.
Wow.
She assaulted him. The ICE agent grabbed him from behind, thought she was gonna do something, and you already know the rest. The ICE agent dropped her easily, and all the crowd was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a fascist and all that. I'm like, bruh, she just assaulted him. You can't even do that to police officers. You can't even do that to citizens. No.
Right.
Bro, like, imagine, bro, if a person pulls up on me with their phone recording me and their phone is in my face, I'm swiping that shit, bro. Get that shit out of my face, bro. You can't do that. That's assault, bro. Like that could be a deadly weapon. Like, and I think she had her flashlight on too, so she had the flashlight in his face. You're trying to blind the dude.
Oh, wow.
What do you like, bro? Get that shit out of my face, bro. And she thought it was okay to try to grab him. No, you just assaulted him. So no, you getting arrested. No, you going to jail. You going to jail. So, and they think that they're moving in a fascist way or authoritarian. How do you say it? Is it authoritarian or authoritarian?
It would be authoritarian.
Authoritarian. Yeah. And it's like, you can't even do that. You can't even do that to a citizen. You can't even do that to a police officer, bro. Like, I don't understand the correlation of what they think would happen. Like, they think, like, I don't understand. I don't understand that, And it's just, yeah. So I just want to bring that up because it's a lot of misinformation of the ICE things and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Today was very productive. I like what we did there with the California governors runner-ups. Like, I don't see anybody doing that. Like, regardless of like picking who's favorable, and for governor. I think we're the first to do that, and also I think it's good for us to do that as citizens, and I feel it was pretty productive because I never done that before because I wasn't really that active in politics. Now I'm active. We can do shit like this, like look it up. You feel me? Like, that was great that you asked me questions and I read the stuff and we saw like some keywords that we probably questioned, and and the last question you asked about the APAC, that none of them, the contenders, the strong contenders, let's be real, it's going to be between Steve and Chad. Let's be real.
Right.
I know we can bring up the Democrats, like, what's her name? Katie Porter and Eric. Yeah, say goodbye. They're done. They're done.
Well, the thing is, I would say it would be very conclusive with a fair system. But if the Democrats still have in place the vote by mail, they have the voter rolls still in hand, where they could rig it and cheat it, that is still where they have the advantage. But if the elections turn out to be where people have to present their ID before voting, and also where it's 1 day voting, you're not given days, you're not given weeks to vote. You vote that day of, then and there.
Okay,
And if you
yeah.
can't, then sorry, you should have planned better
You
for
know,
that.
one thing that I would criticize by both Steve Hilton and Chad Bianco is that they never really brought up, like, really. Well, you know what? I can't critique because it's too early. It's too early. I'm like, bringing up policies and what they think if they would like bring like what policies that they will bring up. But you know what? Well, it's not too early, right? I mean, because I didn't really hear them talk about like voter ID, like they're going to pass that bill and they're going to pass like certain policies that aligns with Donald Trump and stuff like that. I didn't really hear too much of Grunt stating that in the summaries that they were going to do that. But I guess it's a little too early. I guess you could say.
Right.
I don't know. What do you think about that? Because I didn't really see that. I didn't really see if there was any like big policies that they stand for that they want to like bring to California.
I mean, if anything, it could simply be because most likely the information that was asked of is limited for the time being, or it could potentially be the case where it's just they may. I mean, and this would be unfortunate, but maybe they feel too that if they haven't spoken publicly about their policies, that they don't maybe feel the need to even speak about it because of them finding it difficult to actually win in California. So there could be those two things in play. It could be maybe that in maybe time, given a little bit more time, then those policies will be shown more clearly, or they don't necessarily have even hope in actually being able to end the dominant force that the Democrats have established in California.
Right. Yeah, because it seems like what they mainly talk about is like getting really, like with Steve Hilton, he said he wants to get rid of the one party rule in California.
Yep.
And then also Chad Bianco is talking about he wants to like redo what Gavin Newsom. So I guess it makes sense for them not to bring up policies because they know that bringing up policies, it would kind of sound, copy and paste. Like they bring up stuff that like matters, that what's going on, what they see, what they view in California that is wrong to them.
Right.
They want to undo what Gavin Newsom's doing. They want to undo what the Democrats are doing to California, how much they are destroying California, and they want to like end all that shit.
Right.
So yeah, man, it's getting very excited. I'm excited for this race to begin. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I might have to place a bet. Might have to place a bet on this. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. This race is very exciting for me, for governor. I'm very excited for this race. I'm happy of what we done tonight. And hopefully we can continue this game a little bit more on. I know we talked about politics a lot in the past, maybe like 3 podcasts or 2 podcasts. I know we are them dudes random as hell. Again, we are random as hell. So, hey, don't have high expectation for us when it comes to like topics because we could jump from one topic for a while to another.
Right.
So we're not going to tell you what the next topic is in the next podcast. All we have to just tell you, just be ready, be alert. What else would you say? I would say
And
stay
be
woke.
vigilant. Be vigilant.
Be vigilant. All right, just be vigilant. All
Be
right.
on the lookout.
Try not to have a TikTok brain. All right. Like, actually listen to the converse. Like, this is something that we need to do. Like, what we just did, like looking up these governors, this is something that in all 50 states we should be doing when elections like this happens. Like, we need to look this shit up because as you see that what we did before, we just counted on these people, these politicians, these people who deemed to be incompetent. And now our country is messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up. And it is very productive what we did tonight. I'm very proud of what we did tonight. First ever of making a game out of who is capable of being a California governor. We tend to do this. We're going to do the same thing as we've been doing for Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. I think we're going to do the same thing for California governor. Hope to see the future, what happens if these two competitors will shock us, surprise us, maybe, make us question them as well. I'm excited to hear their debates. When they debate each other, I'm excited to hear that. I would love. I mean, I don't know if we could do this, but if we could do a podcast where we live stream it, that debate, that would be pretty cool to analyze it.
Oh yeah. Give commentary right then and there.
If we can.
A lot of streamers did that when Kamala was having her debates with Trump. People live streaming.
It's important though. It's important to have talks like this and have dialogues because, as y'all see, a lot of Democrats are trying to shut us down. They're trying to shut all that down. They don't want Democrats. They don't want what we just did, bro. No, they don't want what we just did, bro. And what we just did was amazing. And and we did have some doubts about Hilton of his. We talked about anti-Semitic, and it was a little questionable. Hopefully he can hopefully in the future I don't know if he'll talk about that, but if he ever gets in an interview, hopefully he get to elaborate more, into that, into that comment, what he meant about that. Hopefully we get an answer from that, but at least he's not taking money from AIPAC, so that's a plus. So
that's a huge plus. Indeed.
So again, we got some top competitors, y'all. But with that being said, y'all already know what to do. All the links in the description. Go check out all of our platforms. Julio's X profile / Twitter. He's gonna go crazy next month or next year, as you can say. We got both of our YouTube channels. One of our channel is our podcast channel. So if you don't get us here live on Spotify, you can go over there, and also on Apple Podcast too. For Apple users, go ahead, go crazy. I was listening to our podcast yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was dope. The last podcast was dope. So I feel y'all. I'm an Apple user too. I use Apple Podcasts mainly. And also YouTube as well. You get our clips and our full episode on there as well. And also, if you guys haven't seen it, we just came out with our new special reaction video on our YouTube channel, our Survivor Series. And I know a lot of motherfuckers out here were mad as hell that that Survivor Series was on SBN. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was trash. It should have been on Peacock. You feel me? Should have been on Peacock. But hey, we got y'all, man. We got y'all the gauntlet match of that night, of that day. You know what I'm saying? So me and Julio, we had a great time in that. Go ahead, go check that out, and also hit us, and also check out our TikTok. We also post stuff on there, and also on our Instagram we post a little stuff on there. With that being said, Julio, any last words before we head out tonight?
Yeah, folks. Honestly, we're thankful as usual for the support and the love that you guys show. And obviously, Jesse and I, we definitely implore you guys to always look at candidates. And here's the thing too. Honestly, you won't hear other people say this, but uh, we don't care if you guys even look at the Democrat side, because what's important is you look into them, like seeing if you do resonate with them, and potentially maybe, hey, if it's a good candidate, and even if they are a Democrat, but if they have policies that make sense, that are common sense thinking, that really benefit the state as a whole, then honestly we'd be open for hearing that perspective. Will never shut down anybody, even if their ideas are radical or extreme. Like, it's like, okay, if they are like that, prove to us why that would be effective, and why that is what is needed in our state of California, where we've already had struggles with the current governor. So be able to back up what you have, and not just talk out of your butt, how they'd say, right? But folks, we kind of just do this all for educational purposes, and like Jesse said before too, you guys know we always bring that randomness. So right now we got the talk on the state side here with the governorship and the gubernatorial race. So we're looking into that, but for all we know, whatever comes in hot in the next few days or weeks, trust me, we'll be talking about that too, folks. So with all that being said, folks, we thank you once again, and we're signing off here, folks. This concludes episode 181 of Them
Dudes.
Random
as
hell.
182 will be on arrival. Like I said, stay tuned. We out of here. Peace. Hey, hold on. Boom.
Hasta la vista.